Just finished a whole hour of cardio, right from the pants to the bottom, completely soaked. My choice of cardio today was Stairmaster. I did 1 hour. So the days I don't train, I basically do cardio, and I usually do 30 minutes to an hour depending on my activity of that day. Today I didn't really do much, so I'm like, you know what, I might as well go in the gym and do an hour of cardio. I'm gonna do a quick little physique update. So as you can tell, definitely getting drier. Anyways guys, I just want to do a nice little update, tell you guys what's going around. So what's going on basically in this cut. I have another 30 days, I'm going to continue until December the 1st. And I'm going to give you guys some tips on cardio, what types of cardio to do when you're cutting. And on top of that, I want to go into nutrition. And it'll be on the next clips right after this. But yeah guys, that was just a quick physique update, and hope you guys enjoyed that. Keep grinding guys, stay focused, never quit man, and you'll get to your goals. Peace. Hey guys, Common Aesthetics here. So I'm back from the gym, finished my 1 hour of cardio, had my 1 pound of beef. So I always come in and have a huge meal after I always come back from the gym. And like I said guys, we're going to talk about nutrition, but specifically not just nutrition. I actually thought about it on the way home. I wrote some notes here. I want to specifically talk about plateaus. That's actually the main topic today, because I've hit plateaus in many different ways, and I want to talk about cutting plateaus as well as bulking and strength plateaus, okay? Those are two things that I noticed a lot of guys in my gym have asked me, yo, what happens when, you know, I've been cutting for this amount of time, doing this, and I can't get any leaner. Or, you know, I've been bulking and I can't get any stronger, I've been powerlifting for this long, and basically just no one, they can't get past where the heck they're at, and I've been at that exact same spot. So guys, what I want to talk about first is cutting and plateaus. So for example, I'll give you an example of myself. When I started cutting, I started, let's say 4,000 calories. I then slowly reduced that by every week or every 2 weeks by 200 to 400 calories depending on how my body felt. Let's say I got down to 2,600 calories, and for the next 2 to 3 weeks I noticed that I'm not losing any fat, right? So, you know, I usually go by the mirror, not the scale, and I see that my body fat's the exact same. Obviously I'm plateauing and I'm not happy with my results because, you know, we're trying to get as lean as possible. There's 3 things I'm going to tell you guys that you should try to help break that plateau. Number 1 guys is refeeds. And what a refeed means is to restore your glycogen, because you're on such low calories, and specifically I usually do carb cycling or ketogenic, meaning almost no carbs. It means your body is so depleted now, it has no carbohydrates in it, and it's gotten used to this low calorie phase that the metabolism has actually slowed down, meaning it's not burning as much fat as you want it to burn. When you have a refeed, you add pizza, you add burgers, you just add a ton of carbs, it doesn't even have to be junk food. Your body uses all this excess sugar and carbs. It's like, holy shit, I have all this sugar, what am I going to do with it? I need to burn this off. Your metabolism then shoots up, it speeds up, therefore, when you do these refeeds, it actually helps you burn more fat, because your body is now in a faster burning state. As well as your insulin sensitivity is now better, because you haven't had any carbs, or let's say very low carbs throughout the whole week. Now that you have introduced them back, you actually won't feel crashed at all. It'll actually do you a benefit, and you'll actually feel better and more alert in the gym, as well as you'll notice that the next couple days you'll be a bit more full. So a refeed is something that you guys should try. Don't overspill, meaning don't binge that whole day and eat chocolate and candy. You know, choose a good source. I prefer sushi or burrito or something where it's not too dirty. The dirtiest how to go is pizza, and you'll know by the way you feel. But just make sure that that day you have an excess amount of carbohydrates to make sure that you're restarting your system, and therefore your body is going to now want to burn extra fat. The second thing when it comes to cutting is change up your cardio. For example, when I remember the first time I started cutting, I would just walk for hours. Like I would go in my basement, take this in, wake up at 6 a.m. and I would just walk on speed for example, 30 minutes. And then I would increase it till I got to an hour. And I was thinking to myself, like, how much are you going to increase your cardio to? You can't just sit there and do 3 hours of cardio and expect to keep losing fat. You're going to burn muscle, and it's not worth it, guys. So when I say change your cardio, I mean instead of just doing stairs every day, you can do sprints outside. You can go swimming, boxing. You can do basically higher intensity workouts. You can go and do biking, hill sprints, right? There's a lot of different things you can do, and honestly, it's a lot more fun than being on the treadmill in your gym with a hoodie on, right? Your body is going to be like, wow, this is new. I'm not used to this. I need to burn extra fat. So changing up your routine of cardio is a huge thing, when it comes to speeding up your metabolism, when it comes to burning that last extra bit of fat, or to restart your system. The third and final thing, guys, and this is only if you need it, I don't recommend it, but it does aid and it does help. It's stimulants. So obviously there's stimulants you can buy at the supplement store, but honestly, just regular black coffee is very good. And what I took myself is ephedrine, right? Now, ephedrine, if you have heart problems, I would not recommend it. It does speed up your heart rate a lot, very fast. But it's proven, there's a lot of proven studies, and I'll actually put a link below how well ephedrine is when it comes to burning fat. You would want to obviously consult your doctor if you're going to take ephedrine, especially if you have heart problems. But stimulants is the third thing, guys. If you're in that plateau, let's say you've done these first two things, you've done refeeds, you make sure to recheck your nutrition, your calories, and what you're eating, and then you've changed up your cardio, and you've plateaued after all those two. Add some stimulants. Maybe you guys need a fat burner. Maybe you need some ephedrine. Maybe you need some caffeine, right? These things just basically raise your body temperature, which helps you burn more fat. So those are my 3 tips on cutting, guys. The second thing I'm going to go into is bulking and strength. Now this is a big one that a lot of guys in my gym do, because everyone nowadays just likes to bulk and power lift. So I have a couple people they're like, yo man, I can't gain any more strength. I've been doing the same thing, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not going up. I'm eating a lot of food. And a lot of the times is, one, they're not running a program. So the first thing I recommend is, guys, is run a program. That way you can see if your numbers are going up. You can see if they've stalled. Let's say you've hit 225 on the bench press for 10, and then in the 3 weeks later, you cannot break that plateau. What you want to do is run a program that basically suits you, and you're slowly progressing. If you notice that you're not progressing anymore, try something else. Maybe change the volume, change the number of sets you're doing. I'll go into more detail on programming itself in another video, but basically programming is something you want to do if it's a plateau that you've done with strength training, if you've never done a strength training program before. The second thing, guys, is food intake. So obviously that you're bulking, you want to increase your calories. The same thing with cutting. You would want to actually make sure, for example, if you start off your bulk with a certain amount of calories and you're afraid to get fat, increase your calories, but actually do cardio. Just because you're bulking doesn't mean you can't do cardio. You're not going to drop any muscle. You can add those extra calories to fuel your workout, and then you can burn them off after with cardio so you don't get fat. A lot of people have this misconception that you can't do cardio when you're bulking. It makes no sense. Doing cardio when you're bulking is actually beneficial for your heart, because you're putting more stress on it usually with all that extra weight. So add the cardio and add those extra calories. It's definitely going to help your body increase all those extra calories as some extra energy. It's going to help you basically do more reps in the gym, and definitely your strength and your size will go up. The third and final thing, guys, is something that I don't think a lot of people want to do because they're afraid they're going to lose gains or get small or lose their size. And it's actually, while you're bulking, let's say you bulk 8 weeks, I would actually recommend that if you plateaued, do a 2 to 4 week mini cut. And what I mean is actually, let's say you're at 4,000 calories. You want to reduce your calories down. What this is going to do is make your body, yeah, you will drop a little bit of strength, of course. You will drop a little bit of muscle. But it's not that much. It's only 4 weeks. You're resetting your system. The moment you now do those 4 weeks to cut, and you now start to bulk again. Let's say you were benching 3 plates. You then do your little cut. You obviously will go down to 295 or something, 20 pounds. But then when you start your bulk again, you keep it clean, you're doing your cardio, your programming, you're now going to go above where you were before, because you're resetting your whole system. You give your body a break. You give your body, it's doing low calories, and now you're increasing those calories all over again. So that third step is to basically do the first 2 things. So reprogram, and then retrack your calories after you've done that little cut. So this is really going to help, guys. I've done it myself. I've experienced with this. Is when I plateau, I'll do a little 4-week cut, the way I'm doing right now, guys. And now when I get into my bulk, I'm going to slowly increase those calories while keeping a minimum amount of cardio. And I can guarantee you that my strength and size will go through, I'll break my records from last year. It's 100%. And from whatever I've ever plateaued. I hope you guys found this stuff informative. I'm gonna go into more detail onto maybe cutting itself and just bulking strength itself, as well as programming, if you guys are interested. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The next video up will probably be my actual training of a chest day. I didn't get to do that last time just because I wanted to put a motivational video. But yeah, the next video, guys, stay tuned, would be either chest or it will be back. So one of those two. Anyways, guys, peace. Subscribe, like, and please comment and share. Thanks.